You know, as time goes on, I think to myself that Kuro can't possibly screw up Whimpering Waste even more than they already have. And somehow, some way, they always find another way to make it more annoying or just make it unnecessarily harder to beat. Hey everyone, back for another video here, and today we are going to talk about 3.4 Whimpering Waste update. Now, this Viva reset has been out for a while now, and most of us didn't really think about it that much because, well, it dropped at the same time as all the collab stuff, the Lucy and Rebecca release, and everything else basically came out, and also Whimpering Waste got a new reset as well. So most of us didn't even realize this and didn't really care. But now after a couple of days, I decided to check it out and see like what is this reset is about, and oh boy, this is just disappointing at this point, alright? This Whimpering Waste reset has so many problems, it's so annoying, and it just intentionally making it so annoying that I don't know where to even begin with. And I'm not saying all of this because I cannot beat this mode. I actually have a lot of strong characters, so this Whimpering Waste reset is still easy enough for me to clear, but I don't care about it being easy. The problem that I have with this mode, at least with this reset, is that it's so restrictive and it's trying to make you use some characters that don't make a lot of sense, to be honest. But let's start from the beginning, alright? Let's just go through this reset one step at a time and try to see everything in it, alright? So the first problem is going to be the enemy's resistance. Why is that important? Well, the enemies in this reset are Havoc and Aero, which means using characters with this element is going to be really harder and you're going to get a lot less points from those characters. And you know what? I'm just going to show you guys what's the problem with this elements, alright? So let's go to Pride Wind, let's go to Wuthering Waves, we go to tier list for Whimpering Waste, and oh, would you look at that? The best characters for Whimpering Waste are Frolova and Sigrika. And what are the elements for these characters? Yeah, they're Havoc and Aero. So first off, we are restricting the best Whimpering Waste characters in this update, and because of this, these characters are going to get a lot less points because of this enemy's resistance. Now, does that mean that they're not going to clear? Probably not. These characters are so good that you can probably still get like 20 to 100 points, but you probably can't get a lot more than that, where like if you have the best teams for these characters, you can probably get like around 2500 points, and with that extra point, that second site is going to be a lot easier to clear. But no, because of this resistance, that's not going to happen. And you know, another funny thing about this resistance is that one of them is Aero, right? And guys, on the second part of this patch, what character is getting a rerun? Yes, Cardathea is getting a rerun in this patch. So you can get this character if you haven't already, and I hope to God if you're going to get her, you already have Shikona. But basically, now if you try to get Cardathea, you cannot use her in Whimpering Waste. Also, you can't use her in TOA as well because the enemies in there are also Aero. So basically, this character is useless in endgames right now because of the current resistance to the enemies. So we're already into a really bad start, alright? As you can see, alright? But we're not even halfway there. Another problem with these enemies is not just even about the resistance, it's also about the enemies themselves. Recently, Kuro really likes to put this deer enemy, like moose, I don't know what it is. Basically this robot that is from 3.0, right? And they love to put this in Whimpering Waste. Why? Because this guy, just for some reason, in the middle of fights, just runs around you and they don't stick together. So it's gonna make it a lot more annoying and a lot harder to deal with them, especially if you don't have the strongest characters or the best current tokens for your characters. Now, I will go into a fight and you're gonna see like how annoying these deer enemies are, but I'm sure you guys already know how annoying these guys can be. But now, let's go to another problem with this reset. That's right, and that is the tokens. As always, the tokens are really annoying for this reset as well, and this time, it's just bad. Let's go through the tokens, alright? The middle one is just for Glacier Shave, it's for Lucilla. I don't have a problem with this one, it was already expected. Since Lucilla is coming and she's a support for Glacier Shave, this token just makes sense, alright? The left one is a token for Denya and Fusion Burst IMF. Denya was just released a patch ago, and I guess I can make sense of this, even though if you have Denya and Fusion Burst IMF, you can clear this with no problem with just one of these 4-star tokens, which is, yeah, this one. You deal more damage if you inflict negative status on enemies. So this token was not necessary at all. They could have gave out another token for other characters, maybe, I don't know, maybe one for Cardathea, since since she is getting a rerun in this patch. And then to top it all off, we have this token, which is abysmal, all right? I'm gonna be honest. Which this token is supposed to be the token that you use on Lucy and Rebecca. The thing is, Lucy and Rebecca are not that good in Whimpering Waste, and this token doesn't help them that much. We'll talk about this a bit later, but what other characters can use this? Well, since it increases spectral damage and basic attack, maybe Luke can use this a bit, but Luke is not a strong character in Whimpering Waste, unless you have Denya, which with Denya, he becomes an okay character to use, I guess. And for a heavy attack damage, well, I guess you can give this to Augusta or Galbrena, but remember, Augusta's best support, which is is going to deal less damage because of Aero Res, and also Galbrena's best support, which is Chiyuan, is also going to deal less damage because, well, the enemies are Aero. Wow. And this whole reset just feels like bad, okay? It just feels bad. You cannot use your strongest characters like Frolova and Sigrika. These two characters are the only ones that are getting a token that you can actually use. And then after that, well, Augusta, you cannot use her with as I said before. So she's already going to get less points because of that, which I already tried once. And even though I have the signature weapon for every character in here, I got only 2,000 points. Yeah, that's fair, I guess. And then you go down and, well, Karathea can't be used because she's Aero, even though she's getting a rerun. Galbrena is gonna be a bit worse because, well, Chiyuan is not gonna deal that much damage. Also, it's Galbrena. She's not that good in Whimpering Waste as well. Jian is Aero. Lucy's just bad in Whimpering Waste, and same as Luke. So what characters can you even use at this point? Like, if you don't have one of these two characters, which not even Imith, if you don't have Imith and Denya or Hyuki, well, what are you gonna do with this reset? And I guess Kuro's answer is just don't do this endgame. So until now, we have problems with the resistance of the enemies themselves, the golden tokens that they gave us, and, well, let's not forget that these 4-star tokens are just, yeah, let's just not talk about these ones. So you can see why most of the community just hates this reset, and also I think this is probably the worst Whimpering Waste reset in the entire game, all right? And also, let's not forget the HP inflation that we got from the last patch. But before I end the video, I want to try out something as well. Let's try 2 different teams, all right? Which I'm gonna show you how bad this reset is, all right? Let's first try out Karathea in the first half because, well, Karathea is getting a rerun, okay? And on the first side, there is only one type of enemy that is Aero, so surely, like, you can still get, like, passable points on this side, all right? And for the second side, we're gonna go with Lucy, Rebecca, and Shorekeeper. Now, why this team? Well, we're gonna try out this token, and I'm gonna show you guys something. Since the last video, I finally got Lucy's signature weapon, okay? So here's her stats. It's pretty good. Her forte is maxed out, and we also have her S1. S1, okay? This sequence note is supposed to, like, make her stronger in Whimpering Waste, okay? And also, here's our Rebecca. Pretty good build if I say so myself. She doesn't have any sequence note, but her S1 doesn't do that much as well. And, well, for Karathea, here's her stats, and also she has her signature weapon. She's at S0. And finally, for Shikona, here's her stats with the phasic homogenizer, and she's also at S0. So I just have 2 questions with this reset. First off, can Karathea, with her signature weapon, with her best team, well, Chisa is her best team, but since all the enemies are Havoc, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Her second best team, let's say, can she get at least like 2,000 points? And second off, with Lucy and Rebecca, with S1 and R1 Lucy, can she clear the second side? Well, let's see, I guess. All right, so let's go for this. Now I'm gonna start my rotation with Shikona so I can get a bit of energy for her, since her ultimate is the most important part of this team. Come on, let's use your skill, then go to Shikona. Come on, get your ultimate, please, Shikona. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, we got it.
Let the show begin.
Okay, switch to Karathea now. So far we're doing good damage because, well, these guys are Havoc, they're not Aero. But I think we're gonna get to the Aero enemy. Yep, here they are. These are the deer enemies that I talked about. Okay. And you can see that already they really want to split up, to be honest. They have one animation where they actually run around the map, which if they do that, you're just so screwed, okay? Okay, now let's go to a rover. So yes, even though they are just one enemy, they're spawning them a lot in this wave. So yeah, we're struggling a lot with this team. Come on, use your forte. Come on, get your ultimate finally. Okay. Okay, not bad. Nice, use your skill, then your ultimate. Can the final deer just die already? or moose, whatever they are. Come on. Nice, use your skill. And finally, we killed him, so we can now go to these guys. Okay. Can I use my final skill, please? God damn. Please die. Now use our ultimate on this, guys. Come on, die, please. Thank you. Holy damage, actually. So far, we're not doing bad damage. Okay, come on, use your skill. And now, Shikona time. These little guys are so good because they group up so easy. Come on, now go to Karathea. Okay, I think this is our last rotation. Come on. Now go to our ultimate. And, okay, these little guys have not died yet. They're a bit splitting up, actually. That's not good. Okay, fine. And now we're against these deer enemies again. Now use our ultimate. Can this guy even die at this point? Where is that enemy? Like, what the hell are you doing over there? Like, seriously, what is the AI doing for this guys, okay? It doesn't make sense. It's all the way over there. What am I supposed to do with my characters? So with this team, with Karathea, with her signature weapon, with Shikona, which by the way, Karathea is getting a rerun, we got 1500 points. Yeah, that's fair. That's really fair. Yeah, god damn it. This is just making me angry, to be honest. But now let's go to our second part. Lucy, Rebecca, and Shorekeeper. S1 Lucy, by the way, alright? With their signature token, alright? This token was made for them, so they have to get at least 2000 points, right? Right? So let's go for it. We have to use the ultimate with Lucy first. Come on. Nice. Now go to Shorekeeper. Now get your Concerto, please, Shorekeeper. Come on, come on. Now go to Rebecca. Nice. Now use your skill. Okay, so far we're doing good damage. Come on, use your heavy attack, echo, and ultimate. Okay. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, they're grouped up a bit, so we can actually damage them all. Besides that one. I don't have my Concerto. Now I got it. Okay. That was a bit of a misplay, but it's okay. Let's use our skill. Come on. I mean, we have their signature token, right? We should do a lot of damage, right? Come on. Now use our heavy attack. Come on. And our ultimate. Where am I? Hello. I was facing the wrong way for some reason. Okay, okay. And nice. These are all dead. These are ultimate. Come on, come on. Go to Rebecca. Now use our skill. Okay, okay. Can you stop it? Use our echo. Ultimate. Now, come on. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, these guys are a bit split up, unfortunately. This team doesn't have a lot of AoE grouping, alright? I'm gonna be honest. Come on, use your skill. Our second skill. Okay, now let's use this final skill like this. Bang. Okay. Holy damage, actually. Use our heavy attack. Come on. Come on, now use our ultimate. I think there's only one enemy remaining. Okay. Thank God, actually, that he died before I used my ultimate. Nice. By the way, don't forget that Shorekeeper also has like 20% spectral damage bonus, which is not a lot, but it's still fun to consider. Bang, 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 bang. Nice. Okay, we're doing good damage, actually. Come on. We're getting good points, actually. Not bad. Come on. Use our skill here. Come here. Come on. Nice. Use our heavy attack. Now ultimate. Nice. Okay, we're actually getting some good points here. Nice. Switch off. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we got 2,000 points at least. Thank God. But I don't think we're gonna get that much. Can we even get like 2,200? I don't think so. Okay. Nice, nice. Heavy attack. Echo and ultimate. Okay. 2 seconds remaining. Okay, okay. Go to Lucy. And... well, it's finished finally. How much points did we get? That's it. 2050. That's all the points that we got. Even if I played this team perfectly, even if I did that, okay, I might have gotten like 2200, all right, which is pass. Okay, that means we cleared at least one side. But guys, remember that we are using Lucy with her signature weapon with S1, and not only that, we are using her token as well. Now in the past, we had characters that were not good in Whimpering Waste. That just happens sometimes with characters, all right? But usually they give you some insane tokens to help you clear at least that patches Whimpering Waste with that character, all right? Like for example, Galberna is not an insane character for Whimpering Waste, all right? But the echo that they gave for her was insane. If I remember, like it would give you like fusion damage bonus, echo damage bonus, and each time that you used your echo, you would get extra ember, which would activate the burning wave state faster. But no, for Lucy and Rebecca, what we got is 40% spectral damage bonus, 40% heavy attack damage bonus, and 40% basic attack damage bonus. Wow. And the thing is, they knew that this token was not going to be enough, all right? And they could have like gave out a better token, something like related to hack maybe, all right? Anything, all right? But no, they knew that this token was not going to be enough. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just gonna get out. As I said at the beginning of the video, each time that they gave out like a new update to Whimpering Waste, each time a new reset comes out for this mode, it just gets worse than before, all right? I don't think I remember the last time that I was actually excited for a Whimpering Waste reset, all right? And it's such a waste as well because this mode had so much potential, all right? If they just didn't try to make it a mode where you had to use the characters that they want, like the new characters basically, this mode would have been so much more fun, so much more enjoyable. But no, I guess they didn't really want that. But anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you all so much for watching the video till now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back for another video. Bye bye.